Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. My name is Andrew, coming to you from a beautiful location in the Carolinas. Tonight's topic is going to be from proving yourself to improving yourself. Think about that for a minute. Everyone, if you like the content, please like, subscribe, and share. So, as the thumbnail mentions, from proving yourself to improving yourself, this is a path. This is the path. This most likely is where you are right now as you're consuming this content. And again, thank you very much for being here on the channel. I appreciate it. Why I'm saying this is because when you were in the narcissistic relationship, what were you doing? You were having to prove yourself to the narcissist day in, day out, week after week, month after month, year after year, perhaps decade after decade. And what you were doing is you were spinning around on that hamster wheel, working for the narcissist. You didn't realize it at the time. Perhaps the narcissist was a romantic interest, or maybe you even married them. Well, you thought you were in a healthy, loving relationship. You weren't. Perhaps it was a coworker or your boss or somebody in the workplace. You thought that that person was just trying to get up the corporate ladder. They were, but they were trying to use you to do so. And you were trying to prove yourself and your efforts to that individual. Let's say it was a workplace bully / narcissist, the boss. You were trying to prove yourself to that person by maybe working later hours, staying longer, hoping to get that promotion, that raise, that corner office, the trip to the Bahamas, etc. Never happened, did it? No, it didn't. Maybe it was a friendship that was budding, or you've had it for maybe your childhood friends, and you thought that that person had your best interest at heart. Until when? Until the mask slipped. And that's when you decided to stop proving yourself to them and begin improving yourself, which I'll jump into in a minute. Same thing with a family member. Let's say it's a sibling, a mom, dad, aunt, uncle, cousin, whomever. Have you been trying to prove yourself to that individual? Specifically with the parental role here is what I'm referring to. Many times children of the narcissist want to prove things to the parent. Like, I can succeed, I can make it, I am worthy, I'm smart, I'm intelligent, I'm driven, I'm focused. And what happens if the parent or parents are toxic and or narcissists? You're never going to be able to prove yourself to them, because they have moving goalposts. They have unattainable aspirations for you. In other words, once you reach a certain goal, all they're going to try and do most likely is put you down and or take financial resources from you, or say you should have done X, Y, and Z. Example, let's say you went to a certain university and you graduated, maybe the first one in your family to graduate college. That's great. It's a good thing. Congratulations. Did the narcissist say that to you? Probably. But was it intended well? Like, did they mean it? I don't know. I can't say. Other ways you were proving yourself to the narcissist was, let's say, in the neighborly fashion. Maybe you moved into the neighborhood and you wanted to make a good impression, and you created relationships with people, and then lo and behold, one of these people turned out to be a narcissist. And you were trying your best to be the best person you could, but they eventually consumed your energy. And then you had to stop proving yourself. This one may not be the best example, but it does happen, because you were giving them chances. You were ignoring the red flags, not trusting your intuition and instincts. And then, because most likely you didn't know about narcissism, and then next thing you know, you're like, what is this? I don't get this. I don't want this person in my life, but I just moved into the neighborhood. So now I have to insulate myself, protect myself. And that's when you begin to improve yourself. So all of that I just mentioned, from proving yourself to improving yourself, it's the path. It's what you must do. If not now, when? I am certain many, if not all of you consuming this video right now, are doing just that. Example, when you stop giving the narcissist your energy or your attention, or you stop feeding them and stop giving them supply or your resources, which could be anything: emotional, spiritual, mental, financial, physical, whatever. That's when you realize, my goodness, this person was just a bottomless pit. All they wanted to do was take from me, and they wanted to take more. But now I am improving myself, because I don't want to surround myself and or have toxic relationships any longer in my life. What I'm doing is I am focusing on myself, and where I am placing my attention is where I'm placing my energy, which is back into improving myself, not having to prove myself to another individual. When you are an individual on the planet and you're trying to prove yourself to somebody else, it's unnecessary. It sincerely is. You should be trying to prove things to yourself. Hence the thumbnail, from proving to improving, because you, as a healthier individual, most likely are writing a book or reading a book or taking a class or teaching a class. You're certainly becoming educated. You are not wasting your time by creating silly memes or watching content that doesn't fulfill you or benefit you. I'm certain of that. And the point is, improvement is necessary, specifically for individuals each and every day. We need to constantly be evolving and growing. We are a dynamic species. We don't sit still. What does the narcissist do? That's what they do. They sit still. They vibrate lower, and they try to extract from unsuspecting individuals, which was you for a period of time or the length of the relationship. And then all of a sudden you got your first light bulb moment. Perhaps you found my channel or many others, and you're like, oh my gosh, this person's a narcissist. What is this? What does this mean? I don't get it. And then you went down the rabbit hole, and here you are. Now what are you doing? You're improving yourself. Perhaps you have gone no contact with the narcissist. Perhaps you have deleted them. Perhaps you have removed flying monkeys and people associated with the narcissist. Perhaps you have moved cities, towns, countries. Perhaps you have changed your job. Perhaps you have started a new business. Perhaps you have traveled without expectation, meaning you have just done things that benefited yourself without having the weight of the toxic narcissistic relationship on your shoulders. And that is called improvement. It is not until you exit the relationship, many times, not always, but many times, that people get the wisdom. They're like, what was that boss? The person I worked with, and I don't like to use the word boss, by the way, but that person I worked with, like they were just constantly berating me. They were constantly hammering me about goals and deadlines that didn't even really matter. That was a toxic individual. It was someone who wanted to bully you, someone who wanted to take away your bright shining light, your energy, your resources, someone who didn't want you enjoying your birthday, the holidays, or your weekend. That is called the narcissist / workplace bully. And when you are proving yourself to an individual like that, it is like trying to fill a bucket of water, a bucket with water that has many holes in it. You see, the water is always going out. That bucket can never be full because there are holes in it. That is a narcissistic relationship in a nutshell. It is bottomless, and it feeds off of unsuspecting individuals. That was an example of the workplace bully. But when you are trying to prove yourself to people, there's no reason. Another reason maybe you did that is because you put this other individual high in the pedestal, and you thought that they were better than you, or they knew more than you, or they were on such a great career path, or whatever you were thinking about them. But the truth of the matter is, we're all human beings. You would be amazed what is behind the curtain of most human beings. In other words, you look at a human being in one light, but remember, there are so many different things to an individual. Example, I am a content creator, and I'm creating this video for you right now. This is what I do. My moonshot, my path, my goal, my aspirations are to educate people and raise awareness for the narcissistic abusive cycle. But this isn't all I do. I do so many more things just like you do. You don't just watch videos all day, I'm sure. I'm sure maybe you're a mom, a dad, a brother, a sister, a lover, a relative. Maybe you're great at business. Maybe you're an author. Maybe you're a professor. Maybe you're a doctor. Who knows what you are? But the point is, you don't just wear one hat. And improving yourself post-narcissistic relationship, not only is it necessary, but you will find that this will absolutely change the trajectory of your life. In other words, let's say you got discarded or the relationship ended by you removing yourself from the narcissist. What are you doing now? You're healing. You're investing in yourself. You are improving yourself. You are not proving yourself to another individual, i.e. the narcissist. The narcissist had you fooled. They had you manipulated. They had you duped for a period of time, which was the length of the relationship. And then once you got the wisdom, now you're like, oh my gosh, really? I can't believe this. There are actually people out there on the planet like this? Absolutely. There are plenty of people like this. There are plenty of people who want to take from you and that don't want to build you up. And remember this one, many people on the planet don't have your best interest at heart. You may think they do. They really don't. I'm not saying to walk around, be negative and think that everyone is not a good person. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying limiting your circle of friends to those loved and trusted ones around you that have healthy reciprocal relationships. That's the path. And now that you've exited the narcissistic relationship, you understand that those kind of relationships do exist. They're not just in movies or books or historical references. They're real. And it affected you for a period of time, I'm certain. Now you need to get your new superpower, insulate yourself, protect yourself, have boundaries, learn to say no, learn to trust your instincts and intuition, and pay attention to red flags. Because as I mentioned frequently on the channel, I am a believer in second chances. I sincerely am, with virtually everything. But with a narcissistic relationship, absolutely not. Why? Because the person you met was not the person, an authentic, genuine individual. They portrayed themselves to be one person, and there was somebody completely different. In other words, that was the enemy. That was someone who was trying to completely manipulate you. And if you ever question yourself, wow, was that a narcissist? I'm not sure. Like, think about all of the strange and awkward behaviors throughout the relationship. Think about all the blame shifting, the gaslighting, the stonewalling, the silent treatment, the not responding to texts, the mysterious quote unquote friends that pop up out of the blue. Think about the smear campaign. Think about triangulation. Think about the trauma bond. Think about mirroring, projection. There are so many terms. If you just understand even a few of those and place those in your past relationship, you will get massive light bulb moments. And you will say to yourself, wow, that was not healthy. And my health actually took a beating. Perhaps I developed some rashes or some skin issues or some surgeries, whatever it was. The point is, the toxic narcissistic relationship never benefits you. It only benefits one person, which is the narcissist. So guys, before I close the video out, going from proving yourself to someone who never was worthy of you proving anything to them because they were nothing but an empty shell, i.e. the narcissist, to improving yourself is the path. That is what you are doing. If you're not, you should begin doing so now and get the wisdom. Understand your superpower is a gift. Yes, it is a gift, and it needs to be utilized as soon as possible, if not now, when. So guys, that's the video. I hope you liked it. I loved doing it from the beautiful Carolinas, an evening video. Drop comments below if you enjoyed it. I will talk to you tomorrow. You are not alone. Remember that. No matter where you are on the planet, you are not alone. I love you. God bless you. Have a great evening, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Oh, I forgot to say something. Guys, have a great evening. Continue to become awake and aware. Understand you are the priority. You come first, second, and third, and you should be living your best moment, your best time possible. Have a great evening. Namaste. Stay true, stay blessed. Continue to become awake and aware, and God bless you. I'll talk to you tomorrow. I love you. Have a great night, and I'll talk to you. Bye. I hope you liked the video. Bye.